Hi, everyone. This is Lady T with Lady T Speaks TV, where we talk about relationships, relationships, relationships. So, welcome back. We're talking about now preconceived notions, preconceived ideals in a new relationship. And previously, I talked about the fact that we can sabotage ourselves in a new relationship, and it does happen. And sometimes you do it, and it's not you're not conscious that you're doing it, but you need to be aware that you can sabotage a new relationship by bringing in old baggage, and by not allowing that person to have the benefit of the doubt, not allowing the new relationship to flourish and to grow into something that can be so spectacular or so good for you in the long term. And ladies, I got to talk to y'all on this one for real. You know that you all, and we all do, have an idea of what we want out of a relationship. We have hopes and dreams and expectations, and we do bring them. And if we've been in a bad breakup, like I said before, you still have that baggage. You still have that emotional stuff going on the inside. And I say you should take some time to heal. And healing is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It will take some time. But once you've gotten through the healing, or you're getting through healing, be cautious about the new relationship that you get into. Be careful about your old feelings creeping up, and give that person the benefit of the doubt. Give them a clean slate. In psychology, there's a term called rasula lasa, and it means clean slate. So you want to approach the situation brand new, with brand new eyes, brand new way of dealing with things. And again, if you have internal issues, get yourself some help. But if you're just in general, you want to be in a relationship, relationships can be so very rewarding. Romantic relationships can be so very rewarding, and they enhance your life in such a prolific way. But you can't come in thinking that that person is going to mistreat you or treat you like you were treated in a previous relationship. And all relationships don't break up badly. I know some people who broke up in relationships because they just didn't have the same ideas. They didn't have the same thoughts about what they wanted to be and what a relationship looked like from their perspective. So they decided to part their ways like mature adults. But that doesn't happen always. So ladies, we do this, men do as well, but I can speak from a lady's perspective because I'm a lady. So I know that we do this, and I've talked to countless people, and they don't mean to treat that person the same way. But if you have a trust issue, let's talk about trust. If you have trust issues because that partner previously lied, didn't do what they say they were going to do, just kept on breaking things that they said they were going to do in a relationship, and they never came to fruition, they never came to pass, and then you just got discouraged and you said, okay, this is not the person for me, and you left the relationship. You can't assume that all people are like that person. We're all individuals. We're all different. We all have different backgrounds. We come from different places. We have a different belief system. Our worldview is different. So I'm not going to start a relationship and look at that new person like I did the old person. Otherwise, I'm going to get the same results. If I come into that relationship and I say, well, this is going to happen, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You already determined that the relationship is not going to be good. Therefore, it may not be good. Don't sabotage yourself like that. Leave yourself open for the possibility of having a successful relationship, whether you've had one in the past or not. Give each person the benefit of the doubt. That's what you want. I tell people, do you want to come into a relationship where the person has heard something about you in a previous relationship and how it ended, and they knew something about it, and they was like, oh, I don't want to get into a relationship with her because she does this, she does that, and she doesn't do this, and she doesn't do that. Is that what you want the person to think about you? We all make mistakes. We've all been in relationships where we've done things that we were not proud of, and we've done things that we could have done differently. So think about that. Really think about what you're thinking about. When you're going on a date, don't have this ideal of where you want to go, and if it doesn't go right. Now, keep in mind, you have the right to date the kind of person you want to date. Always. You have that right. And dating can be fun. It doesn't have to be like a hard task, where you're dating someone, you're like, oh my God, I know this is going to happen. Don't do that. Don't sabotage yourself. Even if you see that person does something similar than the person that you were in a relationship with previously, give them the benefit of the doubt first. We all have patterns. And this is a rule that I believe. Now, some people say, after 90 days, really go all in. I say wait for 6 months. One thing for certain and another thing is for sure. You will know that person if you spend time with them within 6 months. Because if you're a crazy somebody or whatever, of course you'll see those signs probably sooner. But if you're someone that has different patterns and you start breaking that, like, everybody puts their best foot forward in the beginning of a relationship. Y'all know y'all do. You put your best cologne on, get the hair done real nice, nice clothes, this, that, the other. Men, same thing. You put your best foot forward. You give your best line, to the lady and everything. You just put your best foot forward. And so as time goes on and you get a little more comfortable with one another, you relax and you lay down a little bit, lay down your little standards a little bit. And then you can really get to see the real person, and you can really get to see, is that the person I first met? So I always say, give them about 6 months, unless you just really don't want to be in a relationship because they did something early on that just was a deal breaker. There are deal breakers. We go out on a date. Younger people go Dutch. We didn't do that. When I was first dating, you went on a date and the person paid for the date, or you did, eventually you paid sometimes, they paid sometimes. But it was not just going Dutch. People do it. If it works for you, again, like I said, every relationship is different. Every person is different. Everybody handles things differently. So that might be okay with you. You might be okay for you to pay, them to pay, or, you pay your way all the time. They pay their way all the time. But I don't know how you're going to ever get to an understanding about how things work in a relationship if everything is kind of 50-50. There's no such thing as 50-50 in a relationship. I'll talk about that later. But, I digress. What I'm saying to you is don't sabotage your relationship by bringing in your issues. You will surely not remain in a relationship if you bring your issues to the table. Now, it's nothing wrong with if you have an issue in the past, if you want to discuss that with the person and tell them that you've worked through that. But from time to time, it does creep up because, again, I'm still growing and developing. Nothing wrong with that if it's minute. You don't tell people you got some serious stuff going on. Like I say, see a counselor. All right, but this is just what I wanted to say with you. We're going to continue on talking about preconceived notions and preconceived ideals in new relationships because, again, it's worth talking about. I know it will help you if I give you these tips so that you can work on you and have a successful relationship when you get into a new relationship. All right, this is Lady T with Lady T Speaks TV, where we talk about relationships, and I believe relationships are worth saving. So I'm going to tell you to make your day great and live your life on purpose. Take care. We'll talk some more soon.